Did you know that wedding planning and the wedding itself can take your mood from 100 to 0 very quickly if you're not constantly reminding yourself that I will never lose my joy? Because, hey, Nigerian vendors will whine you. Since this is my first video in a long time, I should do this instead. Hi, if you're just joining me or you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Abiola Oluwakemi Ogunlaye. No, it's not Ogunlaye again, no, it's Tade Oloyede. And if you're new here, you're welcome. And to all my existing subscribers, existing viewers, thank you so much. It is a delight to be doing this again. I'll flaunt this ring. Let's get through with Abiola. This is where we talk about lifestyle, faith, family, love, femininity, and trends. On today's edition of Let's Get Through, we are going to be keeping it real on wedding. I recently did my wedding and I feel like there are so many things that would have been a lot easier if somebody had told me these things. And I'm grateful that some of the points that I will be sharing are things that I've also gained from other people. I will be sharing with you 5 things to do while planning your wedding and also some of the mistakes that I made. Okay, so yeah, number 1 thing is while planning your wedding, look inward. Who are the people around you? Who are the people, who are the married ones around you? Who are those that have married around you? Even if they are not married, you'll be surprised that you have network. You have people that knows people. You have people that have actually, maybe their sisters have gotten married and they've been in the whole process together. And they know how they know how it goes. Do you get? So you need to look inward. Who are those that can give me valuable insight as to what to do? And it's actually very important that you consult with these people. Why? Because they can have vendors, they can guarantee, because they've had experiences here. So for instance, now I'm already married. So let's say I know someone is getting married, who reached out to me and say, oh, Abiola, I'm getting married, who can you recommend? Of course, I know some of the vendors that I use that I can always guarantee them 100%. And if I can recommend this set of people, it will definitely make that person wedding process easier. Don't go to your social media and be looking at random people that you don't know. No, first look inward. That actually helped me a lot. Your makeup artist, your photographer, because if you go and fall into the wrong hands, these are people that actually would determine how your wedding will go. If you get a bad makeup artist, how do you want to document your memories if you get a bad photographer or a videographer, bad ones? So definitely you need to look inward. And when you've looked inward, what is the next thing for you to do? That brings us to number 2. Don't be quick to pay your vendors. Some of us have planned our wedding in less than 6 months. I planned my wedding in less than 3 months. I know you want to secure that vendor very fast, but don't be quick. Make your findings, compare prices, because while I was doing my own planning of wedding, I realized that the first person that was recommended to me was giving me 200,000 as a price. Then, and I was even trying to negotiate to 100. She said no, the least she can go is 150. So of course I knew that was way beyond my budget. The next thing I needed to do was to reach out to my second recommendation, which was given to me by a solid, because she recently did her wedding and this was the makeup artist she used, and I actually saw the work of that makeup artist, and this bride gave me correct information about that makeup artist. She told me this makeup artist, she's going to even be my content creator. She will create content, she'll make me smile. She did the most. She told me she did the most at her wedding. She said that although she stayed through our wedding program, her makeup had no reason to be adjusted because it stayed. She used professional products. Please tell me, why will I hear that and I'll be looking for other makeup artists when I've the minute I reached out to this makeup artist and she told me her price was maybe 100,000 and I was able to negotiate it to 90,000. I did not even bother. I was not looking for any other makeup artist again. I found the one. I just paid because I got 3 in 1. Someone that will hype me, someone that will do content for me, and someone that will do makeup for me. Before Uncle, 90,000 for all of these things. So definitely I paid. But if you're looking for someone who would do less for you than 90,000 naira, that is what I'm saying. You have to get so many recommendations, and after getting those recommendations, do your research about them. Go through their social media accounts, see actual videos, actual pictures of what they've done. After which you can also request, if they don't have a social media account, request from them to send you what they've done, their work, their portfolio. What have you done? If you're a photographer, I need to see some of the things you've done as a photographer. If you're a videographer, I need to see some of the things you've done. I'm paying for these things. So don't be quick to pay them, and don't be shy to ask them any questions. Don't be shy. Ask them. You are the bride. What are the things you're going to deliver? If I'm paying this amount, okay, for my photographer now, one of the things I asked her was, what are the things you deliver? She told me she was going to deliver frame. She was going to deliver wedding book. Need vendors that will give you, even if you're paying them 20,000 naira. If that is how much they charge you, you pay them for it. They need to make you feel like the main person of that day. Fashion designer that will make your dress. Hey, all of these people, they make your wedding. So after you've gotten your recommended vendors, after you've assessed these vendors, the next thing you need to do is to negotiate prices. These people, whenever they hear that you are the bride, they just shoot up price. They shoot up price because they just feel, I need to make the most of this day. When they shoot up price like that, even if they will not come down, make sure that you have done the most. You negotiate the price. The photographer and your videographer is charging you 300,000 for what they want to deliver. Ask them, what about 250,000? That is how much I have. So by the time people go back and forth, they can say, oh, I can do 270. If they agree to do 270, that means you've been able to save yourself paying 30,000 extra because they've reduced it from 300 to 270. So always negotiate. Don't say that any amount they call it, I will pay. If you pay and they don't deliver, it will pay you. You've been able to agree on a particular price that would still fit into your budget without you having to break your bank. You won't kill yourself now. You're doing wedding and you still eat after wedding. Next thing for you to do is, did you know that planning your wedding and your wedding itself can take your mood from 100 to 0 if you are not conscious that I will not lose my joy? Why? Because things may not, even if you use a wedding planner, let's say you're not even planning your wedding yourself, it may not be enough because there are people that will frustrate you. You will be surprised that even your actually ladies can get on your nerves. Your groom, your husband can get on your nerves. A lot of people, you would think that, are these people working with the devil himself to make my day ruined or to frustrate my day? Communicate to your vendors what you want. Don't forget to expressly tell them that this is what I want. Your designer, give them style. If your fashion designer give you a bad dress, your photographer gave you bad videos and pictures, your makeup artist gave you bad makeup, how will your day not be ruined? Like if you're not even intentional yourself that I will not let anything ruin my day, trust me, this set of people you would think they are working together to frustrate your life. You would think they are working together to frustrate your day. But make sure that you get the most of that wedding, because that wedding is not, except you're planning to do it twice, which I believe everyone watching this do not plan on doing their wedding 2 times. And by the grace of God, this your wedding that you're doing will be the only one you'll have to do, and the Lord is going to preserve your life and that of your spouse, and you'll enjoy your marriage. You will not endure it. So definitely you want to ensure that your wedding day, you get the most of it. You're joyful, you dance. Not everyone is happy, and there are people that honestly, it's not like they're not happy for you, they are happy for you, but because you would have some certain expectations of them. Like, let's say you Ashobi ladies, you expect them to be up and doing, but maybe they had a stressful week. They might not be giving you that energy you're expecting from them. Will you allow that to ruin your own energy? Will you allow the fact that they are not burning hot to affect your own excitement? Of course not. So definitely you have to ensure that. Number 4, be conscious of yourself. Be self-aware of yourself. When you see that you're already losing it as a bride, quickly call yourself. Don't speak hurtful statements to your spouse, because these are the things that you will always remember. To ensure that you don't let whatever you're going through, maybe money issue, you might be having, like, oh, you want to make this particular dress, money is not forthcoming. You want to do this particular hair for your wedding, money is not forthcoming. All of these things can get you to be in a mood. You feel so overwhelmed. You feel like, through all of this, you don't lose your joy, you don't lose yourself, you don't lose the love you feel for your partner. During my wedding day, when I saw that I was already getting eaten up, I changed it. I told myself, Abiola, this is not you. So I said, this is not you. This is not what you want for yourself. This is what you want. This is not what you want for your wedding. If we don't do that, we will just lose it. And at the end of the day, the money you spend get the best makeup artist, photographer, fashion designer, content creator. All of this would have been for nothing if we are not showing that we are happy. Imagine your photographer taking. I remember when my photographer was telling me, "You're not smiling. Your smile is fake." Because I was already stressed. I was tensed. I was expecting that this set of people would do the most, will hype me, and they were not doing that. So I just myself. No, I was having so many expectations, and I was grateful to God that I even had photographer that was telling me that you're not smiling, no. Because imagine that they did not tell me and they're just taking their pictures, that maybe you are paid and we are taking our pictures. I'll just be seeing the picture eventually and I'll be like, why was this countenance on my face? Yeah, that reminds me, do not choose your vendors by sentiments. Don't say this person is the sister of my mom, this person. If they are good, use them. I used a lot of my church people because I knew they were good, but I did not choose anybody based on sentiment. I choose one person based on sentiment, actually, which was my wedding decorator, and I regretted it. I chose a decorator that I barely knew. I just chose her based on sentiment, because she said, use me, and I used that. I ended up getting disappointed because she didn't do well. Number 5 is, when you're planning your wedding, check your spouse. There's still time. I know you might have gotten your conviction before the whole wedding planning process, but you need to stir up that emotions. Remind yourself, why am I doing this anyway? Is this man worth it? Is this future that we are trying to build together, is it worth it? Always look at your spouse and just assess them. Am I ready to spend the rest of my life with this man and only this man? Am I ready to be the mother of his children? Is he going to treat me right? That is another time, another period for you to self-evaluate. And I feel that doing your whole wedding planning process will further give you that motivation that you need, especially when you know that this man you are getting married to is worth every bit of it. The life you're going to be having after this wedding, is it worth it? Because you're going to spend on your wedding. And trust me, all of the money you spend is nothing compared to the life you're going to build after that wedding. So it is highly important that you self-evaluate yourself, each other. Are we worth it? Walking down the aisle, looking straight at him, telling him, I do. And you're not just saying I do to the beautiful part, you're also saying I do to every other part that will come. Evaluate your partner. If you're watched up until this point, you are the real MVP. It is good to be doing this again. So my next video, I'll share another 5 things you need to do while planning your wedding. I intentionally wanted to focus on vendors and you in the first aspect of the video. So in the next series, because it's going to be a series, so yeah, in the next part of this video, I'll be sharing 5 other things that you need to do while planning your wedding. We have come to the end of today's edition of Let's Get Real. Till I see you in the next part, stay enlightened, stay positive, and do not forget, stay real. I love you.